Hello friends, welcome back. Time for another episode of BigDenoPlays Kinfire Delve, Vainglory's Grotto. We haven't played this one yet, but it's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays Kinfire Delve, which I have played a couple of times now. Great little game. If you haven't watched the other playthrough of the game, I highly recommend it. I'll just reiterate, it's a wonderful experience playing with these cards. They have beautiful card stock. They've got shiny gold. Some of the later challenges also have a UV spot effect. And it's just a really nice linen finish. It's a wonderful experience playing with these cards. And I think I said this in the last episode, it actually does, it increases my enjoyment. It shouldn't, but it does. Like when I play Earthborn Rangers, I bought really nice sleeves, matte finish sleeves from Game Genic, and I did that just so I could really enjoy the experience because those cards are quite thin and don't feel as good. We're playing Vainglory's Grotto. So Vainglory's Grotto is the very first one of the Kinfire Delve, so I'm expecting it to be a little on the easier side, maybe. I'm not sure. I've pre-selected the Vainglory card we'll play, randomly, I should say. I did just deal out the top four, just shuffled that again. Doesn't really matter, I suppose. We discard 1, 2, 3. Just look at the artwork of that. That is incredible. I didn't really talk about the artwork on the backs of the cards much, but it's beautiful. I love it. Let's look at our cards. So we're playing with Khor. Khor comes from the first box, and he was one of the characters we played in Kinfire Chronicles. He was my favourite. He's a big tanky robot guy. So he's got a special rule, which is self-sacrificing. When any Seeker fails a challenge, you may reduce any damage suffered by 1 for each shield on that Seeker's current action or boosts. So we'll be able to potentially just barrel our way through, which seems nice. Seems really nice. Hunting cat. Okay, cool. Let's have a look at these. So this one doesn't have any unique costs. Vainglory has a special rule. When attempting a challenge, it gains +1 difficulty for every other challenge with the same name in play. So we don't have any that are the same name. We have a hunting cat, which is 7, and we have this accept the blow, which is 6. So that's pretty good. When rolling for this challenge, Kinfire is worth that -1. Wow. That's bad. Cool. I think we will start. So we'll start, yep, so we'll shuffle the exhaustion deck. Same deal as last time. I'll try to remember to use this this little thing, but I'll probably forget. I'll probably forget. I love the fact that I set this up to use, and then I just get so excited about playing that I don't use it, you know? So there's the handmaids. Just trying to, hopefully we use it. We may forget. Okay, so let's accept the blow. We're going to use the hunting cat, accept the blow. So accept the blow is worth 6 power, and before attempting a challenge, suffer that challenge's penalty as though you had failed it. However, when any Seeker fails a challenge, you may reduce any damage suffered by 1 for each of that Seeker's current shield. So we're just going to suffer 1 damage for that, which is okay. We don't really need to boost, I don't think, because the hunting cat is a 7 and that is a 6. And we get a green and a white, which is 2 successes. So we successfully defeat the hunting cat, and that starts us off in the right trajectory with 1, 2, 3 delve, and we shall replace it with a guardian beast. So after this action, draw 2 cards with a guarded strike. The guardian beast, when another red challenge enters play, suffer 1 damage. So we probably want to do this one. We've got fearless, which is if you fail a combat, ignore the penalty. So yeah, this guy's a tank. How good is that? So yeah, we'll just do a Fearless into the Guardian Beast. He's an 8, so we're adding 3 plus the reds. 0 reds, so we add just a 3. That's not ideal, but we suffer no penalty because we are fearless. If you fail a combat, ignore the penalty. Now, so this one, we could just do the Earthblood Vial, which is ignore any damage you suffer this turn. We're not going to get there with that. So we could just play the Aftershock, which is a 3, that'll take us to 6, and then boost with Riposte. Discard when a challenge deals damage to a Seeker to add 2. Yeah, I think I like that. I think we'll just play this here. So it's 3 and 2, that's 5, so we're automatically going to clear this Guardian Beast. That is there. We've got a Delve of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to have, another Marionette. So they're both +1 difficulty. Ooh, interesting now. So, let's use the Earthblood Vial on a Marionette. Ignore any damage you suffer this turn. Yep. 1, 2. Yes. So that's a total of 4 on the Marionette. We suffer 1 damage, but we suffer no damage. This is a problem, isn't it? Yeah. All right, we'll play Incredible Strength on this Marionette. And that's 3 reds, which is awesome. So we conclude this challenge successfully. That's a Delve of just 2, but we didn't need 3. We needed 2, I think. Oh no, another Marionette. That's a problem. It's a problem, Deno. Okay. So I wanted to use this Tireless ability. This Tireless ability is awesome. If played as the last card in your hand, draw a new card of hands without gaining an exhaustion. That's unreal. But the penalty for the maze is if completed, discard all other copies of the maze in play. If failed, discard it. It's discard 2 cards. So there's no way for me to get around this now. I was hoping to draw a blue here that just had a damage penalty. All right, well, let's do this. Let's do the Tireless. I guess we'll go on the Masterpiece. When rolling for this challenge, Kinfire is worth +2. Yes, Kinfire. So 2. So that's a total of 5. So the Masterpiece does a damage, but we have a shield for our boost, so we're fine. We're going to do Guarded Strike on the maze. Oh, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We were 1 short of concluding that. So our penalty for failing the challenge is we have to discard 2 cards. We don't have 2 cards to discard, so we can't. However, after this action, draw 2 cards. Nice. Nice. Oh, discard at the start of any turn to discard a challenge. We'll do that. We'll discard this challenge. And we've found ourselves a Great Stag. Any other challenge that deals damage to you deals an additional challenge. We'll do the crush onto the Great Stag. It only does 1 damage, so we conclude it with 2. But we ignore the damage because of our shield, because he only does 1. But we have our first exhaustion. So, consumed. If there are ever 3 copies of this card in play at once, you lose the game. So, we draw back up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And more importantly, we flip our lantern. Blazing Crown, Adamant. After this action, add 3 progress to all other challenges. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good indeed. Heart of the Kinfire. After this action, you may suffer 1 damage to either flip your lantern or remove an exhaustion. I would like removing an exhaustion. Let's do that. If you complete the challenge, you are attempting 3 delve. Alright. Let's do flickers. If you're completing the challenge, and we'll do it on the... is there a better way to do that? I think there is. I think there is. Pierce defenses, don't roll this turn. Shard whip. He's got 2 armor. That's great. We'll do kindness. We'll do kindness on the Great Stag. Kindness on the Great Stag. We get 1, 2, 3 successes. Very good. After this action, choose a seeker to draw 2 cards. I choose myself. It's very kind of me. That's good stuff. Incredible strength. And fearless. Oh, if you fail a combat, ignore its penalty. That's 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's just taunt this masterpiece. We'll play a 0. We're not going to suffer any damage. I just want to try and get 1 red. There's 1 red. So that taunt's gone. Fearless is still in play. So now we're going to use Adamant on this marionette. And if we roll 2 reds, it's going to wipe the board. We're going to complete 4 challenges in one go. 2 reds, 2 reds, 2 reds. 5, 6, 7. After this action, add 3 progress to all other challenges. So this is wiped for 2 delve. 1, 2. This action, we add 3 progress to all other challenges. 3 to defeat the Great Stag for a delve of 2. 1, 2. 3 for the masterpiece. 1, 2, 3. And the maze. 1, 2. What a delve! What a performance from the big dog. The faded way, the jeweled spires, the beloved voice, and the beast's riddle. Let's have a closer look. No, 10 damage. What? Look, Khor, if we answer its riddle, it'll show us a shortcut. How hard can one little riddle be? Beloved voice. If failed, remove 1 progress from each challenge in play. Ah. The jeweled spires. If completed 3 delve and flip your lantern. And the faded way. When attempting this challenge, fail if you roll that, otherwise complete it. X equals the progress on this challenge. But a failure is an exhaustion card. Okay. Incredible strength, +2 of completing an obstacle. Okay, so that's Heart of the Kinfire. Yeah, let's do this jeweled obstacles with our Heart of the Kinfire. So it's 2, and we're going to have 3, 4, 5. Good rolls. I've been rolling well on the colours. After this action, so we would suffer damage, but we don't because of our shield. After this action, you may suffer a damage, we will, to either flip our lantern or remove an exhaustion. We'll remove the exhaustion. I don't want to have that exhaustion in hand. So now, if you fail a combat, ignore its penalty. We'd like to keep that one. Pierce defences don't roll this turn. How on earth do we complete this beast's riddle? So let's play flickers onto the jeweled spires using this. So 1 plus 3 is 4. And so we just need a single green. There's a single green. So we complete that, which flips our lantern and delves us for 3. 1, 2, 3. The Cup of Fools! Okay, I do not appreciate the Cup of Fools. Oh, if you complete this challenge, delve an additional 3 from flickers. So we'll do that. 1, 2, 3. There's, I don't know, 50 or something cards in this deck. In any given game, you're only going to see about 15 of them. It's a lot of replayability. Okay, Shard Whip is +2 for each one you discard, but there's no greens. That kills us. That just kills us. But we can boost ourselves 4. Start with 4. 5, 6, 7 against puzzles. 8. So we would just need 1 blue. Is it worth the risk of to roll 1 blue? The likelihood that you don't roll a blue is pretty slim. Delve 6 is a huge penalty. Alternatively, we just go on this beloved voice and we do that. Because I don't like Cup of Fools. It's a 50-50 chance of, like that, of failing. This one is also a fail if you roll that, such as that. So the beloved voice or the beast riddle. The beast riddle kills you if you fail, but if you roll a blue, not like that. Alright, so I guess we're going on the beloved voice. So, yeah, its penalty is just to delve up. If you fail a combat, ignore its penalty. +2 for each one of those you discard. We literally don't need it because that's just a 50-50. We have the Blazing Crown. That might be the difference. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the Beast's Riddle. We'll take that. We will take that. After this action, add 3 progress to all other challenges. 3, 3, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And we conclude the Beast's Riddle, which delves us for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And we have take time for the masterpiece, take time for the masterpiece. Ah. Talk to me, baby. Pierce defences don't roll this turn. Glad I didn't do that. Shard Whip. Yeah, I guess we're just going to do... yeah, let's go the faded way, actually. Let's go the faded way. When attempting this challenge, fail if you roll a thing. So yeah, we'll do that. We fail. So we add 3, but we suffer an exhaustion. Vainglory's Web. Refill the board with 1 fewer challenge card. This does not affect the final challenge. Interesting. That's annoying. I'll assume we shuffle those in. Refill the board with 1 fewer challenge card. I'd like to get rid of that. The Orchestra, the Night Garden. The Night Garden. I'm going to go to a Night Garden. It's an event. I'm going to attach this card to Vainglory, but it removes this exhaustion. So we'll go back up to Dreamfields and a unicorn. A unicorn. When another blue challenge enters play, every seeker discards a card. So I think we're actually exhausting ourselves again. So consumed. So we're back up to here, but we do flip our lantern. 5, 1, 2. Okay. Discard when a challenge deals damage to a seeker to add 2 progress to that challenge. I don't really want to attach cards to Vainglory, but these are just easy. This is recover 3 damage. I don't really need to recover 3 damage. Let's target the Orchestra. We'll suffer a damage down to 7. 6, 7, so we then suffer 1 less because of that. So there's 7 damage on that. We'll choose Kindness. I choose Kindness on the Orchestra. We'll complete it, and then because we completed it, we will delve for 3. 1, 2, 3. Another Cup of Fools, but after this action, choose a seeker to draw 2 cards. There's 1. And there's 2. So we could play super risky here. If we go for the Cup of Fools, we succeed it. We get to the boss. If we fail, we can go for the unicorn and we can kill the unicorn and recover 3 health. It's a risky play, but it's an interesting one. It's an interesting one. Literally 50-50 though. Riposte. After this action, draw 2 cards. Guarded Strike on the Dreamfields. Could be okay. 3, 4, 5. Just a 5. Ooh. 5, 6, 7, 8. Or do we just... Yeah, it's not a bad option, you know. I think I'm going to be a really dumb guy. I'm going to choose the Cup of Fools with my Blazing Crown. So I succeed. All that matters right now is if I roll this stupid dice. Come on, Jenna. Be the cup of fools. The cup of fools. Eat it. We delve 6 and we get to the final boss. Cool. So we've got a full hand. We've got an exhaustion. And we've only got one card attached to Vainglory. So let's flip over Vainglory. What does it say? If failed... Okay, so the Night Garden is irrelevant. Some of them, if we look at some of the others. So that's the Vainglory we got. Dance Macabre. +3 difficulty for every card attached to Vainglory. Oh, if when completed there are any cards attached to Vainglory, discard one of them. So we actually got lucky there. I didn't do that on camera, so I wish I did now because I shuffled it last night after I was setting up after last night's game. And I was excited. All right, that Cup of Fools was a great play. I'm such a fan. Once again, I completely failed to use my camera zoom in. Okay, so we have 4 glorious handmaids, the spidery legs, the beauty, the grace, and the handmaids. Okay, so Vainglory is not vulnerable to anything right now. So if you discard a challenge, suffer 2 damage. So that one's a problem. If you complete or discard this challenge, flip it over. If you discard a challenge, suffer damage. Okay, so we're probably going to go for these 2 first. So let's do that. Vengeance of Stone, do at the start of any turn to discard a challenge. So we probably just discard this. So the Earthblood Vial, ignore any damage you suffer this turn. Alright, let's do Crush. And let's discard a Guarded Strike. And so that means that Crush is 5. And we're going to do that on Grace. And we're going to ignore 1 damage. Which is good. Because we rolled no bonuses. 6. It does 2 damage to us. So that is a total of 5 on that challenge. Not a promising start, he says. Ignore any damage you suffer this turn. Discard when a challenge deals damage to a Seeker and add 2 progress to that challenge. We'll do that. Boom. 1, 2, 3. So we've got 7. And then just draw a card. Kindness. We'll do Kindness on that. And after this action, choose a Seeker to draw 2 cards. 1, 2. Alright, so we flipped Grace. Vainglory is now vulnerable to red actions. We're going to discard this at the start of a turn to discard any challenge. Is that what we're going to do? Is that what we're going to do? So I want to get rid of this one. Let's do an Aftershock. And let's add this. I don't really want to use that, but yeah, let's use this. So that's a total of 3, 4, 5 on Beauty, and that's got a shield on it. So we're going to suffer no damage. 6 on Beauty, we suffer no damage. Then we will use the Shard Whip. Or do we use patience? Did I roll? Yep. Patience I can return to my hand. Yep. Use patience. That's 3 greens, so that is concluded. Perfect. That then comes back into my hand, and Vainglory is now vulnerable to green options. We can just discard this spidery legs by using Vengeance of Stone. I'm interested. This is a very fun final battle. So, do I want to try and get rid of the blue before I go into here? Or do I want to use this, because I can use this Vengeance of Stone to flip this. Yeah, let's do this. Let's do the Earthblood Vial on the spidery legs to ignore any damage we suffer this turn, and we'll boost it with this. So we've got a total of 3, and we're ignoring damage. We're looking for blues. Just 3. That's not what I was hoping for. Oh, if failed, discard 1 card at random. Yeah, no, that's not worth doing that, Deno, because you failed it and you discard a card at random. Let's retract that and let's just use Vengeance of Stone to flip the Handmaids. And then let's do an attack on Vainglory with our Shard Whip. We'll discard that, which is now 5, 6. And this is a green. So green, 5 because we discarded that. 6 because we boosted with that. Green. Oh, yes. So green, 5, 6, 7, 8. 10 to go. We did not roll that. So we don't have to flip up a face down challenge again. I think we're going to take an exhaustion at this point. So we're going to discard this. The exhaustion is, if you fail a challenge, add a progress to this card. Ah, Vainglory Symphony. Awesome. These games blow my mind with how cool they are. The quality, yeah, I know I'm harping on about the quality of the cards, but it's actually just a really, it's a really noticeable thing when you're playing. You feel the difference. It's just really noticeable. All right, 6 health. We are definitely going to use the Adamant Blazing Crown. And we don't have any bonuses versus traps. So let's just do the Adamant Blazing Crown. Oh, do we do Heart of the Kinfire? And we can get rid of this Symphony. That's an interesting choice. No, let's do an accept the blow and we'll count it as a green. And we'll attack here. So green. We'll just add that. So that's 6, 7, 8. 8 plus green. So 9. So we are one short of winning. However, unfortunately, we rolled this, which means we have to suffer that penalty twice. So we're going to have to flip this up, and we're going to have to flip this up. Those are all discarded. We failed a challenge, so Vainglory Symphony gets a card. And we have to discard. No, that's it. We didn't have to discard, we just had to flip those up. Okay, cool, so we've got a red card now. And we'll just go Flickers. Or Heart of the Kinfire. And because of this, if you do 5 or more progress, so we don't want to do 5 more progress, so we've done Heart of the Kinfire for 2, 3, 4, we add 4 progress, and we have defeated Vainglory from Vainglory's Grotto. That is exceptionally fun. So the thing that really grabs me when I play this game is the decision making. It's a simple system. There's nothing that we've just looked at there that's revolutionary. But the cards that you have available, the options that those cards present, and then the challenges that you have to contend with, and the variability of those challenges, how they come out, the order they come out, the combination they come out in, the timing. It's a very different game every time you play it. And when you have 6 heroes, 6 heroes that you can play across the 3 boxes, as well as the 3 different bosses, and yes, we will play a game against Callus from Callus's lab. Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I am wildly impressed with this little product. So 10 out of 10 if you are contemplating picking up a new little game to play. These get the BigDeno seal of approval. Maybe I need to come up with my own little version of seal of approval. Maybe it's the BigDeno thumbs up. Cool. All right. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know if you're interested in seeing more of this little game. If you are not interested, actually, you know what I might do? Maybe I'll play Asher against Callus, because Asher is a character we played in the thing, and it'd be cool to see Asher. Great. All right. That's it, friends. I will catch you all in the next episode of BigDenoPlays. BigDeno out.